Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Podcasts. This is your favorite cozy place to listen, relax, and elevate your English through natural daily life conversations. I am Emma.
And I am Leo. Welcome back to language learners tuning in from every single country around the globe. Emma, before we dive into today's episode, can I confess something to you?
Ooh, a confession right at the start? Now you have my full attention, Leo. What is on your mind?
Well, last week I was reading an office email, and someone used a word that sounded like complete alien gibberish to me. I just smiled and nodded like I understood, but inside I was totally lost.
Leo, don't feel bad at all. That happens to native speakers all the time because English is evolving so fast right now. In fact, your confession brings us right into today's exciting game.
Wait, don't tell me. Are we decoding those mystery modern words today?
Exactly. Today we are exploring 8 brand new English words that have officially entered modern dictionaries and daily conversations in 2026.
English changes so fast. Words that nobody used 5 years ago are now everywhere in office emails, news articles, and social media.
Exactly. But here is the catch. We are playing a guessing game today. I have a list of 8 modern words. I am going to say each word cold without giving you any context, and you have to guess what it means.
Oh boy, a surprise quiz? My heart rate just jumped. What happens if I get them all wrong?
If you get them wrong, our listeners get to laugh with us, and then we will explain the real meaning together with realistic examples and micro role plays. Are you ready for word number 1?
I am as ready as I will ever be. Lay it on me, Emma. What is word number 1?
Word number 1 is async. ASYNCC. Leo, what on earth does async mean?
Async. It sounds like a tech word. Is it short for asynchronous, like when you sync your phone to your computer but it fails, like an error code?
Nice try, but not quite. Async is short for asynchronous. In modern work culture, it means doing something without needing everyone to be online or present at the exact same time.
So instead of having a live 2-hour Zoom meeting where everyone sits together, you just send a message or a video update that people can watch whenever they want?
Bingo, that is spot on. For example, let's keep this project async to save time. It means we work at our own pace without endless meetings.
That sounds amazing. I love working async. Let's do a quick micro role play so our listeners can hear how it sounds in a real office.
Perfect. I'll be your manager. Hey, Leo, do you have time for a quick 30-minute meeting to discuss the project updates?
Actually, Emma, my schedule is completely packed today. Could we handle this async instead? You can leave a quick voice note in the team chat and I'll reply by 3 p.m.
Great idea. I'll send over the details now. And scene. See how smooth and natural that was?
That was super natural. So async means working or communicating at different times rather than all at once. What is word number 2?
Word number 2 is a big one in 2026. Prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. Okay, I know what an engineer is, someone who builds bridges or software, and a prompt is a reminder or a signal. Is a prompt engineer someone who builds digital alarm clocks?
I wish. No. Prompt engineering is the skill of writing clear, precise instructions or questions for artificial intelligence models like ChatGPT.
Wow, so giving good instructions to AI has actually become a real job skill?
It really has, because if you give a vague prompt to AI, you get a useless answer. But if you practice prompt engineering, you get incredible results. For example, prompt engineering is now a real job title in tech companies.
That makes total sense. Let's do a quick role play. I'll be interviewing you for a job.
Sounds good. Ask away, interviewer Leo.
Welcome to the interview, Emma. Your resume looks impressive. What would you say is your strongest digital skill?
Thank you, Leo. Over the past year, I have really specialized in prompt engineering. I know exactly how to structure inputs to get high-quality marketing scripts from AI tools in seconds.
That is exactly what our company needs. You're hired and seen. That was easy. What is word number 3?
Word number 3 is closely related to AI as well, hallucination, but specifically its modern AI context.
Wait, doesn't hallucination usually mean seeing monsters or ghosts when you are sick or having a fever?
In medical terms, yes, but what do you think it means when people say an AI is hallucinating?
Does it mean the AI program gets confused and starts outputting weird art or crazy text?
Very close. An AI hallucination is when an AI gives confident, official-sounding information that is completely false or made up.
Oh, like when an AI invents a book title or a fake historical date, but writes it so confidently that you believe it?
Exactly. For example, double check those statistics before your presentation. The AI might be hallucinating.
Oof, that is a dangerous trap for English learners or researchers. Let me try a quick role play as a coworker reviewing your report.
Let's do it.
Hey, Emma, I was reading the market analysis report you generated yesterday. Are you sure about this statistic that says 90% of cats speak French?
Oh no, did the AI write that? That must be a complete hallucination. Let me cross-check the official database right away.
Good idea. Always double check. And scene. That brings us smoothly to word number 4. What is it, Emma?
Word number 4 is human in the loop. Human in the loop. What is your guess, Leo?
Human in the loop. Does it mean keeping someone included in a group chat? Like keeping your friend in the loop about weekend plans?
That is a great guess because in the loop normally means informed. But in modern tech and business, human in the loop means ensuring a real human person checks and reviews automated or AI work before final decisions are made.
Ah, so even if machines do 90% of the work, you always need a human to double check everything so no errors slip through.
Precisely. For example, we always keep a human in the loop for important financial decisions.
That is so important. Let's practice this one in a role play. You play the client and I'll play the agency lead.
Perfect. Hi, Leo. Our team is really excited to use your automated translation system, but we are worried about embarrassing translation errors.
You don't need to worry at all, Emma. While our automated systems generate the initial draft, we strictly maintain a human in the loop to review every single sentence before it goes live.
That gives me total peace of mind. And scene. Wow, Leo, you are doing great at guessing these.
I am starting to get into the rhythm. What is word number 5 on your 2026 list?
Word number 5 is digital nomad. Digital Nomad.
Oh, I actually think I know this one. A nomad is historically a person who moves from place to place without a permanent home. So a digital nomad must be someone who works online while traveling the world.
You nailed it! 100% correct, Leo. A digital nomad is someone who uses technology to work remotely while living in different countries or cities.
That sounds like a dream lifestyle. Working on a laptop from a beach cafe in Bali or a cozy coffee shop in Italy.
It really is. For example, he quit his traditional office job and became a digital nomad after the pandemic. Let's do a micro roleplay where we bump into each other.
Awesome. Emma, is that you? I haven't seen you in person for 2 years. What are you doing in Lisbon?
Leo, what a surprise! I actually became a digital nomad last year. I work remotely 4 hours a day, and then I spend the rest of my time exploring new cities.
Wow, you are living the dream. Let's get coffee and talk all about it. And scene. That was fun. What is word number 6?
Word number 6 has taken over modern business and social chat. Bandwidth. Bandwidth. But remember, guess its modern everyday usage, not internet speed.
Internet bandwidth is how much data your internet connection can handle. So if a person says it about themselves, does it mean their personal energy or mental capacity?
Spot on again. In modern conversational English, bandwidth means your mental, physical, or emotional capacity to take on more work or stress.
Ah, so if I am super tired or stressed out, I can say, I don't have the bandwidth for this right now.
Exactly. For example, I would love to help you with the presentation, but I just don't have the bandwidth for another project right now. It is a very polite and professional way to say, I am too busy or overwhelmed.
That is such a useful phrase. Let me try using it in a role play. You play a colleague asking me for a favor.
Hey, Leo, do you think you could review this 50-page proposal and send me feedback by tomorrow morning?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Emma. I'm currently drowning in end-of-month reports, so I just don't have the bandwidth to give it the attention it deserves right now.
No problem at all. I completely understand. I'll ask Sarah instead. And scene. See how professional that sounds? You don't sound lazy, you sound focused.
It sounds so mature and respectful. Okay, what is word number 7?
Word number 7 is deep dive. DEEPDIVE.
Deep dive. Does it mean jumping into a swimming pool from a high platform?
Literally, yes. But in business and everyday conversation, what does it mean when someone says, let's do a deep dive?
Is it when you analyze or investigate a topic very thoroughly and in great detail instead of just looking at the surface?
You are on a roll today, Leo. Yes, a deep dive means an in-depth, thorough examination or discussion about a topic.
Like taking a topic and studying every single detail about it?
Exactly. For example, let me do a deep dive into the sales data before we make a final decision. Let's do a quick role play.
Let's do it. You start, Emma.
Hey, Leo, our website traffic dropped by 10% last week. Do you know why?
I noticed that too, Emma. I'm going to do a deep dive into our analytics this afternoon to find out exactly which pages are affected.
Excellent. Let me know what you find during your deep dive. And scene. Now we are at our final word, word number 8.
I am ready for the grand finale. What is word number 8?
Word number 8 is a phrase every corporate worker knows. Circle back. CIRCLEBACK.
Circle back. Walking in a circle until you reach where you started?
Figuratively, yes. In work culture, to circle back means to return to a topic, question, or project at a later time.
Ah, so if you don't have the answer right now, or if you run out of time in a meeting, you say, let's circle back to this later.
Perfect. For example, that is a great question, but let's circle back to that point after the presentation.
That is the ultimate meeting phrase. Let's practice it in a quick micro role play.
Hey, Leo, during this meeting, can we also discuss the budget for next year's holiday party?
That's an important topic, Emma, but let's circle back to the budget once we finish reviewing this quarter's performance figures.
Sounds like a plan. And scene.
Wow, Emma, those 8 words really cover the absolute latest vocabulary people are using everywhere in 2026.
They really do. Now, to help our listeners hear all 8 words working together in harmony, let's perform our master continuous roleplay. Listen closely, everyone. Try to spot all 8 words as Leo and I have a realistic Monday morning workday conversation.
Good morning, Leo. How was your weekend?
Morning, Emma. It was great, thanks. Hey, before we start the day, do you have time for a quick catch-up meeting about the new client project?
To be honest, Leo, I had 40 emails waiting for me this morning, so I don't really have the bandwidth for a live call right now. Can we handle this async?
Sure thing. Working async works for me, but I do need your opinion on the content our new AI tool generated for the marketing campaign.
Ah, yes. Remember to review it carefully. The last time we ran it without checking, there was a major AI hallucination in the product description.
Yes, it said our software could make coffee. Don't worry, we always keep a human in the loop now to verify every single line before publishing.
That's a relief. By the way, who is managing the prompt inputs for the new AI software?
We actually hired a specialist for that last week. Her title is Prompt Engineering Lead, and she is currently working remotely as a digital nomad from Spain.
Wow, that sounds amazing. A digital nomad in Spain? Well, once she finishes the initial draft, let's do a deep dive into the results together.
Absolutely. Let's do a deep dive tomorrow afternoon, and if we run out of time, we can always circle back to the rest of the campaign on Wednesday.
Perfect plan, Leo. Let's get to work.
And scene. That master roleplay brought all 8 modern 2026 words together seamlessly. Now, to make sure every single word stays locked in your memory, let us move straight into our review matrix.
We will alternate line by line, summarizing each term using our signature descriptive format. Let us begin.
/async, doing something or communicating without needing everyone to be online at the exact same time.
/prompt engineering, the skill of crafting clear, detailed instructions for AI systems to generate accurate outputs.
/hallucination, AI context, when an artificial intelligence confidently provides false, inaccurate, or made-up information.
/human in the loop, a process that ensures a real human person reviews and approves automated or AI work before final deployment.
/digital nomad, a professional who works remotely using digital tools while traveling and living in different locations.
/bandwidth, modern conversational use, a person's mental, emotional, or physical energy and time capacity to handle tasks.
Deep dive, a detailed, thorough examination or comprehensive investigation into a specific subject or dataset.
Circle back, to return to a topic, idea, or discussion point at a later time.
Now let us step directly into today's Word Walk section, where we highlight 5 core target vocabulary words from our masterclass.
Capacity, the maximum amount that something or someone can contain, produce, or handle.
Vague, not clearly expressed, explicit, or defined. Uncertain or indefinite.
Cross-check, to verify information by comparing different sources or methods.
Seamlessly, smoothly and continuously without any noticeable gaps, stops, or awkward pauses.
At your own pace, moving or working at a speed that is comfortable and suitable for you personally.
What a practical, powerful list of modern English vocabulary.
Now, as we wrap up today's episode, we want to turn the spotlight over to you, our incredible global community of language learners.
It is time for today's listener challenge. Pick one of the 8 new words we learned today, whether it's async, digital nomad, bandwidth, or circle back, and write your own original practice sentence in the comments below.
We read and reply to your comments every week, and seeing you practice real modern English brings our team so much joy.
If you found this episode helpful, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with a colleague or friend.
Keep learning, stay curious, and remember,
your English goal is closer than you think.
We will see you in the very next episode of English with Podcasts.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and happy learning.
Bye-bye. See you next time.